rumble! What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? Hey, what's up, Odie? What's up, Bill? Reading up on some rules. Got the Speedy Hamster in here. Heck yeah, man. There was killer shows this weekend, man. It was awesome. What's up, Dale? I see you guys. What's up, Tony? Hey, Tina, how you doing? Yeah, it was a killer weekend, man. It was awesome shows, tons of fun. I know I had a blast at the Liberty Base show um, down there in Ohio, in Thornville. It was an awesome show. And I know Excess Power looked like a good show too. Um, but yeah, we were all pretty busy this weekend. I know I'm waiting for Jim to jump in, but I already sent him invites, so he should be getting in anytime. What's up, Leo? How you doing, brother? Yeah, there ain't much rules, Bill. Just saying, there ain't a whole lot of. I mean, we got some guidelines, but it ain't real hard, man. It ain't like some orgs where everything's got to be super close and stuff like that. You know, I know I had a few questions this weekend. I answered. I had quite a few people come up to the tent. Big shout out to Jace at Liberty Base. I definitely want to thank him. He was super hospitable. The show was awesome, and I appreciate everything they did for the competitors. And I mean, they came and ran Basswars, the whole Liberty Base team. It was awesome. I saw some crazy stuff going down, man. It was a crazy weekend. It was awesome, man. Both days I was like, man, I wish I could have shows like this all the time. Like it was just so fun. Not just because there was a lot of people, but it was just fun in general, just because I don't know. I got to meet a lot of people. A lot of people I knew by their name or their build, but I didn't know them like in person. Got to meet people that I always wanted to meet. So I had a blast. I had an awesome time. Resilient Sounds, they did come out, show out on Saturday. Old Robbie brought his Tesla truck out there. That thing was awesome. It was kind of cool. I mean, I'm not a huge Tesla fan, but it was still neat to see one in person and actually be up close. Forget who it was, but it was pretty. He hit the Liberty show, then came up. Yeah, that was probably Chase Breedwell, the little Honda Civic, right? It was a little with like $100 bills on it. Yeah, for sure, Philip. Man, I appreciate you too, dude. You came up, showed out. I appreciate you. The car sounds great, man. That little cruise was getting it. I love it. Yeah. That's Chase Breedwell. He's got the 4 15-inch FI Omegas on 4 Crossfire 8Ks. Yeah, he's got a really nice build. Definitely a good dude. I've known him a long time as well. So, yeah, Tony, it was fun. Hey, Kenneth, I see you in here, man. Hey, KK. Sorry, I'm telling my granddaughter. I saw my granddaughter. Hey. Oh, nice. Yeah. That'd have been cool to see. Only time I ever see Mr. Steven Duncan, man, is at a slam. That's about the only time I ever get to see him. I'm up too far north, I think. I don't think he likes coming this far. But yeah, I mean, I know for a fact the Ohio show was awesome. I did see a lot of good other things though, like with the Excess Power show, looked like it was awesome. The Banging at the Beach show looked like it was really good until the state or whatever came in and decided to shut it down on everybody, which that sucks. That's just something you can't prevent. I mean, it happens, I guess. Yes, it was very hot where we were at too. It was I think it was 91, but it said 101 degrees with the heat index where we were at. And yes, Kenneth, the 3 top 10s were broke by noon on Saturday. I mean, the first day 3 in Ohio. So looking forward to hitting one of these shows happening in Florida in the next month or two. I think there's something happening August 3rd, if I remember right. My big mouth did all the excess videos. Nice, Speedy. Yeah, I talked to Billy. He said you ran that mic like no tomorrow. He told me you had that mic. Um, for real, but I mean, it is what it is. It happens. Haters, and then when haters show up, yeah, it does. It does, Bill. I know. I was like, I know, and then I get a call from Jim, and he's like, dude, I think some of these Michigan guys are just gonna come down and hit your show, but I don't think no one did. It would have been really pointless if they would have came down because we had a big storm roll in. Right right after we got done tearing down because like Jace let us all know, hey, there's a storm coming in. I want to get you guys out of here so you're not getting all your equipment all wet and all this other stuff. And sure enough, by the time I left Thornville, I was about 35 minutes or so from Columbus. Time I hit Columbus, it was downpours, storms, lightning, real strong winds. So I appreciate Jason, Liberty Base people, all the Liberty Base team for that too. That was absolutely awesome. I mean, it didn't rain at our show at all. I mean, he wanted everybody to be done by like 3, handing out awards and stuff on Sunday, and he ended up cutting it back like 30 minutes. Wanted us all to get done, wrap it up about 2:30. I still had 2 vehicles in the lane, so I stretched it. I told him I got 2 more people running. They already paid and stuff, so we got done around 2:45, and then I did awards. And I was done about 3 o'clock. But it was absolutely awesome. We had a really good time, and like I said, you really really couldn't. I don't know. It'd be hard to beat the hospitality I got at that show. I mean, it was one of the most hospitable venues. I think probably the most hospitable venue I've been to in a long time. And they were absolutely awesome. I mean, they're like, if you get thirsty, we got nice cold waters for you. They were willing to do anything to help out. Willing to help do whatever. I know, and they were super busy themselves. So for them to take time out of the stuff they were doing to help us out, I felt that meant a lot to me, that they do that. And what's up, Jeremy? What's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, but it was I mean, so how'd all your guys' weekend go? Anybody get their personal best or um, get to see a build you always wanted to see? Uh, I don't know. I don't know what all you guys got to see. I have no idea. I sent him invites, so that's something I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know where Jim is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Philip was there. He saw him. They came out and they came out strong. I mean, I don't know how many times that my tent was like, you couldn't even move. Like there was so many people, just surrounding Basswars. It was absolutely awesome. Um, every time the Liberty Base crew came up, man, it was like there was not hardly you couldn't hardly even move. Like I mean, there was just people everywhere. There's people behind me, in front of me, beside me. Like I was just like crammed, playing on, doing my computer term lab stuff. But like, holy crap, their team was absolutely awesome, and they are an amazing group of guys and girls, and they make it happen. It was definitely such a great team effort. Like you don't see teams like that very much anymore, and it was awesome to see the way they work together. Oh yeah, it's in September. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna be there in September. They already invited me. I got another show coming up over there in Ohio, and it's gonna be a Liberty Base show. It probably won't be the Liberty Base Showdown, but it's gonna be a Liberty Base show. It's gonna be at the National Trail Drag Strip in Hebron, Ohio. I think it's the first weekend, I believe is what it's going to be, but that is to be confirmed. It's not 100% yet, but that's what I was told that they were going for. But it's going to be a whole drag strip. Oh, nice, Bill. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I love that part. Honestly, like I had the funnest time seeing the loudest grandpa. I don't know if you guys know who this guy is, but y'all got, man, that guy, I'll tell you what, he did a 171.99 the first day. Came back on Sunday, did a rerun in that class, and did a 173.9 on the second day. And it was literally it's just crazy. He was teaching me all kinds of crazy tricks. I was like, man, that's crazy. You jump that much in just a day. But I had several people that went up a DB and a half, maybe 2 DBs, just 2 DBs in a day. Like, it was like, what the heck? Like, how are they jumping up? But yes, yeah, for sure, Chuck. How you doing, man? Chuck was there. Chuck was an awesome competitor. It was awesome to finally, get to actually hang out with him. I actually got to spend some time with Chuck here. He's a good dude. He was awesome to have at the show too. Finally got to actually see his build and hear it for the first time, and it definitely sounded really good. What up, Pat? What's up? Hey, what's up, Stacy? It was nice meeting you this weekend. I had a blast. Caden killed it, man. That little Scion X booming. That thing was getting it. Like I said, the whole Liberty Base family, the women, the guys, all Jace, everybody. Y'all were awesome. The hospitality was second to none. Like there's no, I've never had a show where the hospitality was that great. You guys were all awesome, and I appreciate every one of you guys. Yeah, Jace was awesome too. It was cool watching him. Jace actually beat the Crowd Loud GOAT record against the Ruthless Hearse. So that's going to be a battle that I feel is going to keep coming back and forth. I have a feeling that Hearse is going to turn it up, and he's going to come back for that. But it was definitely a great time, and I definitely appreciate, like I said, everybody that was at that show. It was awesome. All the support and the love that was out there, man, you could feel it. It was just one of those shows that Jason's head's going to explode. Yeah, for sure, Chuck. We all got to witness it. I mean, anybody there, man, would have known. And I mean, it was absolutely insane. First time he was running, it did good. Dust cap flies off, smacks the front of the truck, and then second day he ran it. He lost 2 subs, but I mean, he wasn't holding back. He was letting her eat. So it was cool to get to see it in person, just sitting there eating the Patriot, the ex Warthog. But it was absolutely awesome. And I did have a blast with Jace. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know, a lot of you guys know, but I used to live in Ohio. I used to live in Zanesville. I knew Jace a long time ago. I've known Jace for a long time. And it was an absolute honor to be a part of one of his shows. I remember way back before he ever had a business, before he even had a YouTube, and he was just cruising around in his Jeep with the 415s, and I think he had some Scar amps. And I mean, it was still a great demo. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it would do a 157 on, at the headrest and stuff. I mean, it was still a nice build. It was great. Yeah, for sure, Philip. he was definitely 3 seconds away, and then those subs went, and it just killed. It just tanked his score. But yeah, it was definitely a great location. I love the big American flag. In the background of almost every picture. The car show was awesome. I mean, I saw a few cool cars sitting out there too. Showed up. I mean, it was fun. It was just such a good time, and I'm sure the same. You guys feel the same way about the shows y'all went to. Yeah. I think he had two of them, didn't he? Philip, I don't remember. I think it was two, but maybe it was just one. I don't know. And then he switched to, I think it was Crescendo. I think he had a 17K or something in there. But yeah, I've known him a long time. And it was awesome. It was just absolutely incredible, awesome show. Like I said, and Philip over here, he was being impressive too with his little cruise. That thing was cool. It was definitely a cool build. I liked it, man. It sounded awesome. Definitely did not realize you had the doors and highs like you did, but yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was two of them, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say for sure, but yeah, I thought it was two, and then. But yeah, your little cruise, man, that thing was getting it on those demo wars. It was cool to see, and then I mean, I saw you run the lanes too. You were killing it, man. I mean, you were only clamping like little over 3K, I believe, 3,600 maybe. I don't know, it was something like that. It wasn't a whole lot in your 5K class, and you I mean, you still did a really good score for what you were clamping. Yeah, I mean, I had an absolute blast at the Liberty Base Showdown. I mean, just to break it down, that's just plain and simple. Probably the best show I've been to all year. I think it even beat Slam out, and that's just my opinion. And the only reason I say that is because I was much more easier to actually get to talk to the competitors and be more personable. I'm not saying it's better than Slam as far as a show. It's just it was nice because I was able to still, hang out. I got to talk to Philip for a little bit. Me and him actually got to talk and know each other. I got to hang out with Chuck, got to know him. I had my wife came with me. My daughter showed up. Granddaughter showed up. It was definitely cool to have so much people there, and yeah, that's exactly what it was, Chuck. I'm not saying like it's better than Slam, but dude, it was so nice to have that opportunity to interact with everybody instead of just they pull up, hey, I want to do this, and they do their run and leave because it's just too busy. The lanes are too long, but don't get me wrong, the lanes at some point they just kept going, and then it would be like there'd be nothing for like 20, 30 minutes, and then it would pick back up, and it'd just be crazy lanes again. So, I mean, it was just kind of it just kept doing that the whole day. It was fun though. I had a blast. Definitely enjoyed meeting Caden, which I believe that was his mom that was in here earlier. I don't know if she's still in here or not, Stacy, but I mean, he's only 17, and that thing is nuts. He is definitely the loudest 17-year-old I know, by far. And then we also had the TCP Loud Grandpa. Yeah, and that dude, he put on too. I mean, that's the loudest grandpa I know. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Caden? Yeah, man, it was awesome meeting you, bro. It was the most fun I ever had running the lanes. Oh, I appreciate that, bro. I really do. It means a lot to me, anyways. And it was a blast to watch your build, man. Your build is absolutely insane, bro. It's awesome. Awesome build. I was explaining to everybody how much I appreciated all you the whole Liberty-based family and community, man. Y'all were so supportive, and I mean, it really meant a lot to me. It really did mean a whole lot to me. You guys were super hospitable. Hospitable. Your hospitality was probably the best I've had as far as a venue. It was absolutely great. I cannot wait till the next Liberty Based show or the next show that Jace puts on, because I'm gonna be there and we're gonna do it better. We're even gonna do it better every time. Every time it's just gonna get better. Oh yeah, I know, Sophie. I got the pictures you sent me. She sent me a bunch of pictures, and there's like, it was just, when you guys came up, there was so much of you guys just surrounding, the tent, and it's just the support and the love you all have are awesome. Man, just think when he gets your age, so much knowledge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When he gets 39, man, when he turns my age, I'm 39. But I mean, I'm not sure. Like I told everybody earlier, Kate, and I don't know an exact date, but I think it's going to be early September will be the next show out there, but it's going to be at the National Trails Dragway or Drag Strip, National Trails Raceway or whatever it's called. I think it's something like that. But yeah, for sure, RJ. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see y'all again, man. You guys are awesome. Maybe this time I'm just gonna have to hang out some more. September 7th, okay. So he's saying September 7th. He thinks it's just a think. So don't put it in the calendar yet, but I'll let everybody know when I know a for sure date. So there's no confusion there. But I was pretty sure it was right around then too. I'm pretty sure that's what he told me when I talked to Jace. But right on for sure. Just have Jay, yeah, for sure. You guys send it to me, Caden, when you guys get it made up, and I will get it to I will definitely get it over to Billy to get the flyers and stuff made on my end. I'm not going to Slamming for Soldiers. I got a show in Illinois. I'll be in Illinois the 27th. 26th technically till the 28th. I have another show down there. Of course, Basswars will only be on the 27th, so it'll only be on the Saturday, the last Saturday of this month. Then on the 28th, it's a car show and all kinds of stuff. They got all kinds of stuff going on there too. It's going to be another fairly big show. But I mean, they got lowriders and mini trucks and just all kinds of stuff. So subs are getting done tonight. Cars broke down. Currently, intake sucked and a bunch of water yesterday and hydro locked. Oh, that's never fun, RJ. That is never fun. Hopefully, you get it fixed, brother. But, and then, all right, Cade. You have a good night, man. If I need anything or want you back in here, I'll definitely tag you in or have somebody tag you. Oh, look at that. We got Jim in here now. Jim's coming in. Here he is. There he is. There's the man of the hour.
I was under a car, man, and trying to get stuff done and lost track of time. Bell's like, you're not doing live tonight? I'm like, what time is it?
Yeah, we were just talking about the shows that happened this weekend, man. And I guess the excess show went really good. Everybody had a lot of fun there. I know my show turned out was awesome. And hey, what's up, Jace? Jace is in here. I already did a big shout out to you, brother. Like I said, it was an honor to be at your show. I definitely appreciate the opportunity. Can't wait for September, man. I'll be there again. I'm ready to see that Patriot up and running all the way this time. you know, but I was telling everybody how hospitable you all are. You guys were awesome. Definitely great host for a venue. The spot was great, and I don't know how you guys kept your heads together with as much as you guys were doing and running around and stuff, but you guys did, and it was awesome. You guys were definitely an awesome host. I appreciate you, Jace. Oh yeah, it was warm. It was warm, but I was good, man. I was good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for sure. Anytime. Like I said, just hit me up, message me, let me know when that September one is for sure. I'll get my flyers made up, you get yours made up, and we'll get it out there. I have some upgrades to do before I compete again. Thank you for all your knowledge. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Danita. Oh, hey Bopa. I don't know. He's probably just listening in. All right. Oh, was he in the background?
I'm working on his ride. He's broke down.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in on my computer. I don't know if it'll let me do it while I got this one on my phone too. We'll see. What up?
What up? So,
no problem. Probably gonna be two of me. Hold on, I'm gonna leave this one and pull my computer up.
okay. So, he's playing peekaboo. No, there he is. Yeah. So, how was the Banging at the Beach show? Yeah, that.
Yo.
Yeah, I can hear you.
My computer was being retarded. Banging the Beach was good, actually. We had a really good first day. It was going to go really good to go to the next day. We had police show up out there, and then somebody called a false report in and said that we were fighting and a bunch of other stuff was going on. They showed all up, and they're like, what the heck? There's no fighting going on. What the heck? You know, they thought we were really cool, gave the cop a demo and everything, and I got it on video. It's a pretty cool video. But
his Basswars updated this. No, the site's probably not updated yet, Jace. It takes a couple days once they enter everything in, but I will actually have a big printed out flyer from Billy. He will post it up and send it to me, and I will be tagging you and Caden and everybody that came out that I can remember was there, or even I'll just copy names that's on the flyer and tag people. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. But hey, what's up, Brandon? Hey guys, I'm at Bar Bingo. There's an awesome storm coming, so I'll be in and out. All right, man. Yeah, there was definitely a Karen alert, RJ, up there at that one. There's also a video of a cop getting a demo in Anthony's van.
Yeah, I got it. I got a couple videos actually, so it's pretty cool. It would have been an okay day if some old guy that might have been state representative or somebody with power and money got up in my face and asked me who was in charge of the show, and I said Anthony's the one that runs the show. I'm the one that's handling Basswars. What can I do for you? And he wanted us to leave. He's like, I'm sick of you guys being here. I can hear it shaking in my house a mile away. And I said, well, we already had the police called out here, and they said we were good. They were going to finish our day, and we'll be gone here in another hour. And he's like, oh, you're still here. Why are you still here? And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he goes, I'll make sure that's taken care of, and walked away. But he got in my face when he said it. So I thought we might have been going rounds there for a minute. And Bopa was standing right behind me when he did it. He basically has too much money and too much power, I guess, and made a phone call to somebody and had the state of Michigan actually shut it down.
Oh, wow.
It's not even a state park. It's not even like that. So he definitely used a power of push, you know, but Anthony had all his stuff in a row, a contract, agreement, everything, you know what I mean? So it's going to take a few to kind of juggle through this one and let things kind of settle down and get things situated out. I know he did want to come on to the live and try to talk, but I don't know if he can because his phone got smashed, and probably give him a day or so, or a week, just to let things kind of air out and kind of figure out what he needs to do.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah, that was crazy.
But we did have Chase Breedwell come down and beat his score he did at your show. He came up to us after running yours and did all 3 classes, Twister, Cyclone. He did all of them and did a 60 plus on every single one.
Nice.
So pretty good scores.
Yeah. That's like I was telling everybody with Jace. He beat the Ruthless Hearse and Crowd Loud Goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a 150 plus from 6 feet away.
Yeah, that's nasty.
That's rough. That's rough. I mean, I could feel it. I felt like I was getting a demo inside from outside, but I mean, it was making my computer bounce off the table and everything, dude. I was holding on to everything, trying to hold on. It was nuts, bro. It was nuts. And then the other Liberty Base guy, Caden, man, he came out with his little Scion XB, the X Booming. That thing came out and just destroyed Twister and Cyclone. He knocked them right out of the top 10. Like,
you're gonna see Chase's score pop up on there now too. So, because like I said, he was almost a 61 in Cyclone. It was retarded. He was
awesome,
bro. He was
That's awesome. Yeah,
the thing was, he did his burps, and then came in and did all the classes in demo class. He did every single hertz that we had on that back to back.
Yeah, that last one.
Yeah. We had the old grandpa, TCP, loudest grandpa. That's what he put. Loud grandpa. That's what I put as his name. That's what he wanted to be named on my sheet. So
yep,
he did a 173.11. His first day he did a 171.99, and he's like, "Oh, I got more than that." And dude, sure enough, next day he turns around and does a 173.11. And I was like, dang. And he's on.
Bill, I did not. We're hoping to put something out on this live. I don't know if you know Brandon or anybody that might know that's on this live. There's a guy down there that had the most hated taxi, the base taxi.
Yep.
And we're trying to find out who owns that.
Oh, I've seen it at Slam, and I don't remember who it is. I don't know the guy's name.
If anybody knows it, please message me or put it into this chat so we can kind of get that situated, because he won a trophy.
Yeah, David, for sure, man. I think let me see here. I might be able to. I don't know if you guys can. I'm sure you guys can still see me. I can pull it up, I believe, and I can tell you where these classes went to. I just have to pull it up, and that's it. But
yeah, if it isn't for a case of you're gonna have to step everybody's games up and start doing something different or change it, because these musical builds are getting
so Caden Petrie, his Twister wall was a 163.53. Yeah. Cyclone wall was a 163.31. Then you had Jace with Crowd Loud wall with a 150.38, 6 feet away. And then there was
down at the end.
Typhoon Wall, David Clapp. He has the Jakar build, the Jakar Yukon. He came out, did a 161.83 at 28 hertz. And that was a 30-second average. That was the 4 top 10s that were beat at my show. Or at the Liberty Base show. So they are getting nasty. Those music builds, man, people are loving it. The demo builds, Yeah, Jace. You definitely had it up there. You were up there. He was at almost a 52, and the song cut off right at the end.
And then the song cut out.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. That's like every time I do something on them lines and you're doing something really, really good, just like I did when I was giving you a demo and the darn USB gets spit out.
Yeah, I said Jace. Jace is definitely a crowd loud goat, but he did beat the hearse. Stacy or Greg. I see it. I'm acting like Jimmy now. Greg. And Caden, yeah, it is definitely I would say an extreme cabin for sure. The David Clapp does not have an extreme cabin. His Yukon is not an extreme cabin, but he still did a 61. I don't think it's not. I mean, it's still got its seats and everything in it. Like, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, nothing really changed, except I think his windshield's doubled up. I think that's the only thing. It ain't like got an aftermarket dash or nothing. It's just loud.
Hard to he had that problem with his dry spitting out too. Man, I hate that. How many times I've had that happen?
That kept happening to Kenneth. Every time he tried to do his one run, the USB would pop out in the middle of the song. And yeah, he keeps having that problem lately. But yeah, they all. But I mean, no matter what, I don't care. They all came out and they came out to play. I know Caden, he's only 17 years old, and he is doing a 63 on music. I mean, he's making all those old dudes look really bad. And I don't care. I thought it was absolutely awesome. His build was awesome. I talked to Billy already about his build. Send him some pictures. He knows what the deal is. But Jace, there wasn't no denying Jace. There's no controversy there, dude. That thing was just brutal.
Dustin Gentz, that's our Rockville build out here. He won best hair trick out there at our show for that. I mean,
I know Dustin.
61. And
I know
he
Dustin.
Lock cabin.
I know Dustin. Happened every time at Basement for Pause. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. What's going on, Josh? How you doing, man?
I did that. To drive inside of a Nerf football.
Like I said, it was definitely cool because I got to meet a lot of people that I didn't know, like, personally. But the show was big, so it was like had a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of fun. But it was at the same time, it was like I got to meet these people. I got to actually be more personable, got to talk to them, got to enjoy the builds a little bit. And I love that part about it. It was so cool to have that kind of a show where I was able to actually talk to people. I met LA Tony. I'm sure you guys know him. He's from Pennsylvania, and his buddy Juana Viles or something. They came out. It was awesome seeing them. Obviously, it's been a long time since I've seen those guys. But they came up, showed out, did their thing. LA Tony lost one sub trying to show off for a girl at the hotel. He was explaining it to me. He was like, man, I was at the hotel and this girl wanted a demo, so I just gave it the sauce and blew one of them. And I was like, oh, all because of girl. So he was running only 3 subs, but he still did good numbers, still put up numbers. But yeah, it was a fun time. It was such a good show. And like I said, I heard the same thing about the XS show. I heard the same thing about your show, that it was still a really good show. I just sucked about the second day getting shut down. Yeah, Jason, that's a true story. You can talk to LA Tony if you don't believe me, dude. He told me that. And I was like, no way, bro. That's what he came up and told me. And he was like, yeah, I was trying to show off for some chick, at the hotel. She asked for a demo, so I was just full saucing it on her. And it threw a sub. I'm like, man.
I see you have pieces of subs at your show.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know whose sub it even was. Somebody blew a sundown sub, and they left a slinky coil sundown sub that was cut up next to my tent. And I just loved it there. I was like, this is the good luck charm for the rest of the show. Like, let's just keep it going. And so that's kind of like my little thing I kept doing all the time. Everybody's picking it up. I'm like, I'll just leave it there. It's the good luck charm. I actually brought it home. I'm gonna build a special award with that blown sundown. It's gonna definitely be an interesting award. I got an idea for it. So Jeremy is actually helping me come up with one. Me and him got an idea for a special.
Said he had his coils at 500 degrees. Here's past cooking bacon sheet. 500-degree coils.
Why you have it so hot? Holy crap!
It got hot. Yeah, it got hot, man. Saturday was.
It was hot both days where we were at for sure. I know that. Like I said, it was like 91 the first day, and then it said it was like, oh yeah, it might have been. I don't know. He definitely came up and ran the lanes too, but I didn't see him throw a sub on the ground or cut it out and throw it by my tent. But yeah, Steve Sorrentino, he has a blue Dodge Caravan or Town and Country or something, but that thing was nasty. That thing was cool. He was a little upset because he went to 4 amps or 8 amps from 4 amps and he lost 3 dB. He went down by adding an amp per sub, I guess. But yeah, I think you're right, Stacy. I think you are.
Lost a few equipment. Some people burned up some equipment. A couple subs went out. We sent, I think, close to 5 windshields Saturday.
Oh, pretty much everybody that was that loud and my lanes, they all had doubled up windshields. They were just all built. I didn't get to see no glass get thrown.
Anthony crapped out his windshield. Martin Suarez crapped out his windshield.
Oh no.
All right on. Yeah, man. It was a fun weekend for Basswars. I'm telling you that. All across the country, we all had awesome shows.
No, yeah, Ninja threw a windshield too.
Ninja threw a double.
The reason why the show got shut down was a bunch of people complaining as normal. But I think it was a particular guy, one person that was mad that wanted it shut down, already made a call and dealt with it, but don't know how he got away with it and getting the power to be able to do that. Somebody went around something and used their power and flexed some muscle and money. And Sunday morning at 9 a.m., Anthony got a call that we were not allowed to return and do our show again. So
thank you, Jace. That means so much, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really do. And like I said, it was an honor to be at your show. And I appreciate all the support you all showed. You guys came out and did your thing. I loved it, man. And that's what it's all about. We're all about having fun and metering to have fun. You know what I mean? We're all about having fun in the lanes, bringing it back. So like I said, Jace, you get those future shows coming up, man. Hit me up.
I did have a lot of people that were new come out and that have not been to a Basswars event that actually said, I love what you're doing here. I love it like 100%. It seems like whatever you guys are doing and what you're putting out here, people are having a good time. People are actually enjoying themselves, and the flow of cars is a lot more steady. And it just seems like an all around, pretty well attitude that was, all out there. It went well. I mean, like for what it was and what it was good. So
we had the same thing over at the Liberty Base shows you guys had up there then, because the vibes and the feels that the show was absolutely great. I mean, everybody was all in good spirits. It was a great show. We had some subs go. We had a couple amps go, but everybody kept their head on. Everybody had a fun time. They went up, grabbed another amp or grabbed some subs. Resilient was there to help out. And boom, we were back in. They were back in playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome.
Me and Bell do Usaki. We're their 4X judges for that region area. We will be doing them in Indiana now and handling the lower section region. And RP is going to have us come down there with Brandon and do Usaki there as well, while Brandon does his Basswars side. So if you want to come to an Indiana show, going to be there.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, Kenneth, he didn't blow his windshield. Jeremy's just talking. Jeremy Sutton. He said he blew his windshield. He didn't. But
I mean, if he considered licking it, blowing it.
I mean, with him, you never know. He did give lots of demos, though. He gave lots of people demos. And they definitely were like, it's got to be more than a 149. But, like, you know, on the meter, it still said, like, 149 something. Like, that's all it would put out. But it's disappointing. Because I know darn well that thing's louder than a 149. I know it's got to be.
You got a loud crowd loud, add 20 to it. That's what he's doing. You just got to figure out where that wave is at to pick up on it.
Yeah. I mean, he was doing, I think he did a 33 or 32 this time on crowd loud. A lot of them said a 55 to a 57. Well, I mean, yeah, that's by ear, though. You know, the meter's what's going to hurt your feelings, Jeremy. Just saying, that meter will crush your heart.
So if he's doing a 34 crowd loud, he's probably doing pretty close to a 55. Just got to figure out where.
Found the most hated taxi. He's contacting Anthony.
Ah, good looks. Good looks. Whoever it was that found it or got it, good job.
Bill.
Found it. Awesome.
So, yeah. It was definitely a blast, though, like I said. And
Dustin said he's trying to sell his ride. We ought to throw his butt some crap. He's trying to buy a camper. This guy.
Dustin. Gents?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't do that, bro. It's not allowed. Not allowed, Dustin.
You can trade in his ride for a camper.
Not allowed. It's definitely not allowed. I'm just giving you crap, but you can't sell it, man. That thing's been through so much with you. There's a lot of sentimental value with that truck and you. I mean, I know the past. I know what happened. I know everything with that situation. And with everything that I know from it, man, that thing has too much value to you sentimentally, man. Don't do that. Don't do it. You're going to regret it.
Yeah, after the accident and all that stuff, smashing it, bashing it, trashing, breaking.
Yeah. Got stolen. I mean, there was so many people in the bass community that was helping find that truck and putting feelers out there, trying to get it, trying to find it. I mean, he ended up finding it, and everything was gone, everything was stolen.
You'll like that voltage controller, Kenneth. I promise you, man. That thing, man, 100%. It's worth every piece of what you.
Yeah, and that's CB Supplies, right?
Yeah.
Corey Belinsky out of Ohio makes those. They're absolutely awesome.
That fucking CD supply voltage knob that we put in your ride.
Is there anybody in here that was at the XS show?
He's from Pennsylvania. Well, he's from Ohio, but I think he lives in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. The stuff comes from Charlottesville under his name.
Yeah.
Is anyone in here from there? That
he's from Ohio, but he's in Pennsylvania. I think he moved there.
Yeah, the address on my shit said Charlottesville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it says on Facebook too that he's from Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, he was in Ohio. When I ordered my stuff, he was still Ohio. He was at Access. All right. Oh, Greg's in here too. All right, cool. So how'd your show go, Greg? I know you're not on here or nothing, but let me know. Yeah, I remember that, Dustin. I got a demo from you when you had that in there. At Cast.
Decent size one too.
Take a picture of that.
I mean, it was hot, yeah, but I mean, how'd the show go, man? Like,
we got a deer across the street right now eating in a darn neighbor's yard.
I know it was hot. It was hot where I was at too. Jesse says he blew his windshield with 618s and a no wall.
You get any new records over there with you, Greg? Get anything that went off the chart?
Any new highs for the top 10s?
We don't have an extreme crowd loud, do we? So really, it's still.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
It's Crowd Loud Goat.
Crowd out what?
Crowd Loud Goat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's still on our sheets as just Crowd Loud Wall, but you know,
Yeah.
obviously we just let him know that it was an extreme cabin, and he puts it in Goat. So,
I
oh, nice, Jesse.
goat. Every time I see goat, every time I remember that, it's always goat is like the class, and it's not.
You know what, Greg? My computer, I talked to Billy, and it was doing kind of the same thing. Every time I was trying to clamp power, it would like ask me if I wanted to ignore or retry.
Yeah, mine was too. It said that the 2-volt system was having problems or whatever. Ignore or abort.
Yeah, so I would have to unplug it from my laptop, close Term Lab, plug it back in, and then open Term Lab back up, and then it would work. So I was having a couple issues with the clamping part. Yeah, I mean, that's good, man. That's a good show.
I had to, we had to help Iaska out. His computer went to kaput on him too. So good thing Belle had her computer with us in Term Lab. We gave them Iaska to use that computer to run Iaska at our event too.
Nice. Yeah, Jeremy, you just got to keep working on it. Your computer.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, mine definitely didn't.
Ours actually glitched out. So I did my load default settings and put it in, and it glitched out like when I loaded the default settings, and I should have, because I could see the screen blink really weird, and I should have checked it. But about the 6th run in, somebody wanted to run something that was like a peak or an average or something, and it wasn't on there. So I had to shut it down, restart a whole nother one, and then re-enter the scores back in because it didn't have it set up, and all my stuff was all disabled. Like everything was in disabled. And I'm like, what the heck? And I didn't do that. And then from then on, it kept doing that stupid 2-volt crap, and it kept doing it over and over and over. And it did it actually before that on one other show.
Now Drew Jones came through the lanes down there at XS.
Yep, I seen that.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Greg.
Did like a 58, something like that.
It's what, Cyclone?
Something like that, I think it was. On
He done
battery.
58 music run on battery.
So we do with both same thing with the Honda. Same thing.
Yep. Man. Yeah, I don't know. It was a long weekend. It was the longest weekend I've ever had, I think. That was a long weekend, man.
How many competitors did you end up having?
I believe it was like 46 or 48. It was one of those. It was 46 or 48 that, unique. And then there was, multiple reruns. But yeah, it was still a good show. It was a fun time, like I said. Yeah, 48. Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew it was 46 or 48.
I think we ended up having 38 or 42. I think it was 42. I'm not sure. We didn't get to do none of our reruns because everybody was waiting to come back on Sunday. So
that's right, Dustin.
Put up their numbers, you know what I mean, on Saturday, and then we were going to come out ham and cheese on Sunday. And then, surprise, you can't play no more.
All right. You'll get that 165. Just keep pushing them. Keep adding power. You'll get it.
Yeah, that camper's definitely not going to do a 65, bro. I promise.
No, it might go 65 miles an hour down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
Might do 285, 2 windows down, 85 miles an hour.
There was a lot of people that ran multiple classes, man. I had a few people that ran just like over and over different classes. I think I had like 6 people in Cyclone or not Cyclone, in Chaos. 6 or 7 people in Chaos alone. And then on top of that, there was even, that other classes. Cyclone, wall, no wall. They all had a bunch of extras, but
I know For breaking glass, I have a couple personal trophies that are going to be pretty cool. I'm actually going to be doing some stuff for demo people too. So,
Look at
one trophy I made, Brandon.
look at Dustin's wife. If he can win Demo God one time, I will maybe consider him keeping the truck. LOL.
He did say he wants to win that darn trophy and all that stuff. So breaking glass going to be a good place to do that at.
A lot of us made the mistake of demoing off and on all day before hitting the lanes.
Yeah.
I get it.
When you count on, like it's a 2-day event, you kind of throw a number up sometimes just the first time, or, you only got 2 entries, you pay for the 2 entries, so you just demo the one day, and then the next day you're going to compete. We had a few of that, and nobody got to compete because they, we didn't have the day.
I mean, it was like the same thing at the Liberty Base show. So like, Jace made it really clear that basically as soon as you got in the gates, right, you could literally pull to your demo spot and you could just start demoing as soon as you get there. 8 o'clock in the morning, people are sitting there just demoing hard all day. I mean, it was awesome though. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, it was so fun. Like, there's music all day. There was some awesome cars at the car show. We had that big awesome American flag in the background, dude. I don't know. I love the whole feel from it. I had a blast. It was just a fun show. It was all fun for me.
Yeah. The demos is what gets us shut down on a lot of places, but I mean, and if you didn't have people giving out demos and stuff like that, where would the show really be? So it's kind of a trade.
Yeah, that's why, like, any of my shows I post, I let everybody know. Wherever I do a venue, I make sure that it's gonna be
demo happy
all day. Like, I don't care. You can get there just like with Jace, kind of like Jason's situation. You can demo the whole time. Like, I'm not gonna stop you from demoing. Come on out, have fun. Let's see what that build does. Do your thing, demo it. Let's see it. Like, I know the old grandpa, the loud grandpa guy that I was telling you about. He got that 7311 the second day, and he was like, all right, now I can demo. And I mean, he literally had, I think it was eight 15s, but they were all used and they were factory. They were just stock used. And he did a 173.11 and his Astro van. But they were 100% 4-layer coils, not 8-layer. They were not upgraded at all. And they handled it like champs. Like, he had no issues with them. Oh, that sucks, Jay. Which one was that? What show were you going to? There's a bunch of them, man. There's just so many big shows. Like I said, Greg Kelly had that big one, the Excess Power show. Jim had the Banging at the Beach. I had the Liberty Base Showdown. There's a lot of big shows for one weekend. I mean, it was a lot. Yeah. Yeah, Bill. Bill said he was the first annual Banging at the Beach. When is the Breaking Glass show?
August 11th.
Is it?
No, September 11th.
No, it's August something. I think it's August 13th. But
hold on. I'm terrible with them darn dates.
I think it's August 13th or August 12th, but I could be wrong. I think that's when it is. Jim will tell you, Dustin.
I think it's August 11th. I think it's on a Sunday.
Oh, you were going to Banging at the Beach? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I know a lot of people drove really far. There was a lot of people that drove quite a ways, I guess, to come out there, and then it got shut down on that second day. I know a lot of people were bummed, but I mean, it happens, man.
It can happen any time to any show, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, 100%. It could happen at any show. But I mean, that's something you just You never know. Something you never know.
We try
Sometimes
to
you-
keep it at its lowest ability of ever happening.
Right.
So it is Crystal Motor Speedway, 8315 East Sydney Road, Crystal, Michigan, Sunday, August 11th, 2024.
There you go. August 11th. There you go, Dustin. It's August
It is
11th.
a Sunday show.
It's a Sunday show.
There's a lot of family stuff going on at that one. It is a car show as well. So there'll be a lot of oddball cars. There'll be a lot of stuff for the kids to do. A lot of prizes, games, different things to be won. There is a lot of things
Connie?
doing
How
there
you
at
doing?
that show.
Connie's in here.
What's good, Connie?
Tahoe. Gotta be there, broski. Yeah, Patrick. I know you'll be there.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I'm just getting filled more with shows, even though like I wasn't, but I just like they randomly just keep coming to me. So I'm just gonna keep doing them. Who's coming to get me for breaking glass? I don't know, Jeremy. That is a question that I don't know. Connie says, "Hey, James."
Yep. Oh, Connie, we were with her down at Worlds, man, in Oklahoma, and it was a long drive all the way down there, but it wasn't terrible. I do like the drive sometimes, but man, I'm gonna tell you what, that drive to Oklahoma, woo! It's definitely different than going to Slamology. Definitely a bit longer.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm just messing with you. It's like going to Slam 3 times, right? Something like that. It's like driving to Slam 3 times from your house.
It's a ride. It's a ride for sure. We had a good time down there, though. Like I said, it was a good show for us to get 3x'd up and that, so we could do our shows and stuff up here. And so Belle had a good time with it. I got to run in the booth with Connie for Carlos's run through there. Man, you want to talk about shaking a trailer while you're getting a run? Holy crap! Need to get one
type
like here on. So there's talk about some shows being shifted around a little bit to the lower end of Detroit area, whatever. There's a couple of different places to get some shows being put into place, but it's really tough. Really tough. At least down in that area seems to be a rougher area to try to get it, even though you wouldn't think it would be. Bad part is trying to make sure it's in a safe neighborhood or area. Someone was saying Belle Isle, that they're going to try to reconnect with some people for Belle Isle.
Marsha said, "What about the Michigan Lottery Amphitheater for a show?"
Yeah. Now, Bill Tosley said, "Well, I work from Belle Isle." So there's a few people that know some people and stuff like that, whatever, that might be able to make it happen. I'm game as long as we're, we map that out and make sure that it's going to be a good, fun location, and everybody's going to be good to go.
All right. I'm going to let you hold on to this for a second. And I'll be right back, okay?
All right. I don't know, Marsha. Send us some information and I can look into it. I have not known about that down in there. We don't get too much time down in the Detroit area to check out spots. So if any of you guys ever have any idea of a place that we can do a venue or something like that, you're more than happy to send it to me or Belle, so we can take and try to contact somebody or whoever it is that we need to get a hold of to, to try to put a show on. Yeah, I know, like I said, we going down to Indiana with down at RP spot every Sunday. He's trying to get us locked into that spot over there too. So yeah, Marsha, if you can get a number for us, send it forward to me so I can try to reach out to somebody and talk to somebody who might be able to get me in the right direction to talk to. We do have a show this Saturday here in Greenville, Michigan. It is I shouldn't say a charity event. It's a more of a banquet, kind of helping out for someone that has cancer, mother has cancer and stuff like that. So a benefit, that is something that hopefully maybe we might be able to do more often, do like a benefit once a year for someone with, cancer. I know breast cancer is a big fight, amongst the world. Cancer sucks all the way around the table, but it's going to be a good show. We have a definitely nice area to go out there. It's going to be a car show and going to be car audio. And it's actually in a school parking lot. So there's lots of blacktop, lots of room. Going to be an awesome one. What's that, Connie? You guys need to come to Ohio Championship Show. It depends. Our shows keep lining up with everybody that does an Ohio show. Like we had Banging at the Beach and he had Liberty show. So everything keeps lining up where one show is on one weekend when we have it. And we just had like a buttload of shows back to back to back. So the next 3 weekends we got shows lined up. I'm on top of get to you. Thanks, Marsha. Appreciate it. Kenneth, need to try to get a big show at the fairgrounds here in Indy. So if let's per se, we have spoke about it. I think Brandon and I and Jess have talked about doing something up towards the South Bend area. Stay tuned with that. We're working on that to try to get something that's really central in the area that we can do. It is September 7th rings for first. Oh, yeah. We're trying. We won't have another Usaki show. We'll have ours here at Breaking Glass for that one. And then I don't know, on the 7th. I don't know what we're doing on the 7th, Connie, to be honest with you. 3rd August. Was it, what did you say, September 7th? Yeah, so I don't know. I have to look and see. Bell does all that time frame factors of it, but I definitely want to get a chance to get down. I haven't done an Ohio show. I haven't been down there at all, so I'm not even competing. Dylan and the other guys have, but I haven't made it out to one. But yeah, we've been busy. We've been really busy. Definitely, though. Also, Kenneth, Brandon will get with you, obviously, and let you know at one of his shows prior to when we do it or what we're going on to. Because most of the team will probably help with that show and get us situated for our first show there. Us and Basswars, maybe more. Yeah, I mean, you, me, and Brandon, we kind of got this whole lower region locked down for Basswars and Usaki. So we're always willing to try to get things put into place. Marion, Indiana for 9-7. Andrew said 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7. Marion. Oh, that's Brandon. So I might make it down there. I might go to get down there. I'll talk to Belle and see what she wanted to do. Had the 4-wheel drive jamboree and try to get to the show same weekend and let some of those guys that don't know about the competition compete. Yes, you're right. For sure, Kenneth. It's always good to get more and more people involved that don't know a lot about it, as long as we can get a place that isn't going to get it kicked out of. Connie, is that National Trails Raceway? Is that the same one where we did the Ohio Showdown at the airport or whatever? But yeah, so we're trying to keep Usaki and Basswars growing as much as we can up in these areas. Me, Connie, and Belle all handle the shows and stuff up here. IFO. Oh. Import, yeah. We're the ones that will handle the shows or take care of and do all the shows. So we're crazy busy. If anybody knows that somebody wants a Basswars show or Usaki show, definitely reach out to us so we can try to get into that region and make sure that, we can put a show together. I'm learning more of the different spots to try to get things set up so we can try to better grow that for sure. Like Marsha going to find some stuff in that. And if anybody thinks that we have, an idea of a spot, please send it to us so we can try to reach out and see. and try to get a show down in an area. I even thought about trying to do some stuff for the up north area for Michigan, and try to help them guys out up there that don't want to have to drive all the way down. Try to do some shows up there too. But we do have a big show at the end of the month, and our show in Marion will be switched to the Ohio show instead. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I do have the last weekend of this open. Kind of weird. Yeah, I think that's one that we are open as well. I don't think we have a show for the very last weekend. But anyway, Jessica, she knows where we are looking at an area there at the upper half of Indiana. That's a really decent spot. Hopefully we can do it and get in there. Was it fairgrounds or something? Wasn't it, Jessica? Pretty sure it was the fairgrounds or something. Her and Belle were actually locking that in, but I can't go unless Angela Fannin goes. Remember you said. I don't know if here was a bus for Samuel being at the beach. Look forward to upcoming shows. Bill, we got you, brother. We're gonna stretch more in there. So lots more shows to come to, lots more going on. So definitely, like I said, Breaking Glass is going to be a really good one to attend. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's at Crystal Raceways again. It's a nice location, so it's going to be a lot of fun for the kids and families. So everybody can bring, all the kids and family stuff. That's not just going to be for car stereo stuff like that. So we definitely like that to be that because we're helping give back to the schools. So we're trying to help. Actually, the school that we're doing the show on the 20th is the school that we are helping get the stuff for, for Breaking Glass. Are you coming to the show at the end of the month? And yes, we are planning on South Bend Fairgrounds. Yeah, that's what I thought it was with South Bend. I wasn't too sure. She said she can't deal with the boys by herself. We'll get in trouble if we don't have any kind of attention. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it, brother. I don't know, Jess. To be honest with you, I've been playing catch up. I mean, you can see me, I'm dirty and been busy as heck trying to get these cars caught up, after my whole destruction to my arm, that was pretty gnarly. It's actually healed pretty good. Camera, zoom in there, camera. Get it. Just trying. It's better. It healed up pretty good. But I don't know how quick I'm going to be able to get out of this hole. Kenneth, you and I both, man, we got to be supervised. Can't let us boys play too long alone without some kind of girl intervention to keep us calmed down. The 27th show. Don't we have a 27th show or something I'm supposed to be going with Brandon, Jess? Oh, it's terrible. I don't remember these date things. I need to get like a sticky note thing that I can just, I don't know. I need to use my phone better so I can try to keep track of it inside this darn thing. My dates. Yeah, the Illinois show. That one. I'm trying. Terrible with dates, names and faces, strange places. No bueno for me. Much better with just, I know that build. I know that car. Being a mechanic for so many years, I remember people like cars. Names and dates are terrible. 27th. That's supposed to be a pretty big show. It's supposed to be Chicago, Illinois, or whatever. Isn't that our show? I'm supposed to be there with you, Brandon, the 27th? I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
Yeah, it's in Onarga, Illinois, at the Barking Bear Leisure League Park. It's a big campground. This is the second year the guy's doing this show. It's a SummerSlam 2024. It's a big car show. It's the first year he's adding audio, and he contacted Basswars and myself and wanted Basswars to be there. He's like, I want to bring audio into it. He's an audio guy himself. He competes every year at Slamology. So he wanted to bring audio into it. He loves Basswars formats. So he wanted us to be on board with him, and I talked to him and made out an agreement with him, and we are willing to be there. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a big one. They got a lot of different contests, and there's all different things that they're judging. There is so much that they have going on for judging. It is also going to be a very big show. And I would love to see y'all make it out if you can. It's going to be a fun one. If any of you guys, I don't know if you do, but any of y'all have really nice beards, I'm just saying it's kind of weird, but if any of you guys have nice beards, I know they're doing even a beard contest for the guys. Not even joking. They're going to have a barber on spot. They're going to have a tattoo station on spot.
Yep.
There's several vendors that are going to be there.
The pinstriping.
The pinstriping guy that you guys see on TikTok and stuff, he's going to be there doing, you can put a pinstripe on your car right there at the spot. It's going to be a blast. There's Wrenched Garage, the people that run that show, they're going to be there. There's going to be a lot of stuff there. He definitely is stepping it up this second year. The first year he said was kind of a small one.
Jess, I already seen you in a fake beard. I seen the picture.
Yeah, there was on Snapchat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a full beard. But
yeah, that's going to be an absolute awesome show. I cannot wait. He said that he can look forward to lowriders, mini trucks, all kinds of stuff. But I actually have a guy coming on with us next Monday because it's going to be the week before the show. And he's going to explain more of what you guys can expect next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. He will be explaining he'll be explaining kind of like the rundown of the show, what everybody can expect, what they expect of the people that's going to be there as far as competitors. So he's going to be the one that, he'll basically be able to give you more details than even I can, but I know it's going to be an awesome show with lots of stuff to do. Love to see you guys come out. Like I said, it was definitely makes for a good show, and you get some extra people out there and people having fun. And with us, it doesn't matter how big or how small your build is. Like, bring it on out. Let's see what it does. We'll work on whatever we can to make it as loud as we can get it. That's what we're all about, And anybody that knows kind of like the Basswars, like little staying, I guess you could say. We're bringing fun back to the lanes, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to make it so, Yeah, exactly. There's a class for every build. Connie's right. That's true. There's pretty much a class for any build. And it's all about just having fun. Like it's still competitive, but it's still fun. There's enough structure there where it's still competitive, but also fun. So that's what makes Basswars kind of stand out in a certain way to compared to some organizations. I know Yusaki Connie was absolutely awesome this weekend. I had a blast. Me and her talked for quite a while. She came over to the Basswars tent, hung out for a while. We all talked, and it was a good time. It was fun to get to see her again. Last time I seen her was at Breaking Glass last year. Yeah. So it was cool to see her again. It's been a while, so been almost a year. So it was nice to get to see Connie again. So it's definitely interesting how Basswars is set up. It's got a format for pretty much anyone. Like Connie said, you know, there's a class for every build. But it's like it's got enough structure where it still makes sense and it's still a fun time and still can be competitive. But it ain't over structured to where you're gonna have, you know, people getting stuck in classes that they should never be in. So, you know, you're not gonna go up and go, if you have a trunk car, you're not gonna be going up against a walled vehicle. Like, that's just not how it works. You know, we got a wall class, we got no wall classes, we got wall classes, we got extreme classes. It just depends. It depends on your build. But there's pretty much a class for anyone. And like I said, for Connie, it was awesome getting to see you again for sure. Look forward to seeing you again in September in Ohio. I'm pretty sure you're going to be there as well, from the way it sounded. So I'm definitely excited. Definitely fired up for that, as Jace would say. We'll be fired up. I mean, those Ohio shows, man, they came out, showed up and showed up. I mean, they showed up and showed out. I mean, it was absolutely awesome. I had a blast. I'm not even gonna lie. I had an awesome time at the Liberty Base show, and Jace was a great host. And his whole team that he works with, his mom, the whole family that's involved in that to make those shows happen like that. It was just nothing but pure love, and that's what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be like. You know, I don't know on your end, but for me, that meant a lot to me, seeing all the support and the love and you know what I'm saying? Just the support and the love that was out there was awesome. Connie says it was the best show in years that she's been to. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Like I said, it was like, it's hard to beat that show, even for me, over the past year that I've been judging. That was definitely by far one of my favorite shows. Like, I had more fun there than I did at Slam. But Slam, I was super busy. This show I was busy, but we had time to be personable with the competitor, get to see the builds, maybe even get a couple demos, got to enjoy the show with the competitor, not just be like the guy behind the computer, you know. We actually got to be personable with everyone that was there. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for sure. It was like a miniature Slam. It was, for sure. It was awesome though. I had a blast and getting to meet everybody. Brett, I like your comment there, man. I got you. I already talked to Billy about it, so you're good, man. Me and him, I was supposed to call him today. I haven't called him yet. I'll probably call him after the live. Me and him, we're going to talk and try to figure out a way that we can class that so it's not knocking people that are in, like, you know, an everyday, like, you know, not steeled up vehicle. But
I talked to Billy this morning.
yeah, I feel you, Connie. She said, oh my God, a couple of your runs made my competitors jump really bad. Yeah, man, the people were showing up and showing out, and I loved it, man. I was like, this is what I need. This is what I love. I love this part about these shows. I jumped a couple times. I wasn't expecting, all of a sudden, boom. Like I said, my computer was literally like bouncing off the table. Like, I had to hold the computer. I had to hold everything in place because it was just rattling everything. The TV was shaking, like jiggling around it. I was like, oh, man. It was loud. It was a fun time, though. I was super stoked about seeing everybody. Yeah, no problem, Brett. I honestly, I already talked to Billy last night when I sent him in all the archive of the show. So, but I'm supposed to call him today after the live. So, yeah, you did too. Yeah, you had a lot. I mean, we had a lot of the same people running, and it was awesome. It was definitely a freaking awesome show. I don't know. I had a blast, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was by far. It was just there was so much like I don't know, just it was just love, man. It was just straight love in that show. Like the whole show was just it was a whole different vibe, I guess, compared to some of the shows that I've been to or I've hosted. It was that's what it was all about. Nobody was being salty or upset, man. Everybody was getting along. Everybody had fun. They didn't care if they blew a couple subs. They were like right back at it. They did go get it some more subs and throw them in, and it was right back into the lanes. Or they'd get some recone them right there on the spot. I mean, even Jace, he blew a dust cap right off in my lane right during the run, and he came up and he straight up like redid the whole dust cap, redid everything. Like I don't know how many he blew or whatever he blew off that, but he blew stuff everywhere and. There was pieces of his truck wrapped around my meter. We'll put it that way. It was interesting. But yeah, everyone was helping each other. Exactly. Everybody was working together instead of worried about competing against each other. It was awesome to see the community come together like that. It just means so much more. Seeing the community come together instead of it drama and oh, this guy is just, a cheater. This guy's this guy's that. Like, I'm not about that. I don't like drama. That's one thing I'll tell anybody. I have a show. I expect it to be, respect everyone. You all respect each other. We're all there to have a fun time and have a good one. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
She said, "Hell, I had
to get it pretty well done."
Yeah. For sure, Johnny.
I think we got the best of the regions, between Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan to put things back together like we used to do it. So,
yeah, like Connie said, like old times. And like she just said, it was funny because she said, hell, I had to take truck parts to your booth that they left over at mine. Yeah, because, it was crazy, man. It was an awesome show. I can't wait to see what the show average was. Because like Timothy said up there, some of his friends from Cincinnati came up to Liberty Base. David Clapp put in, yeah, he did. He's got a first place on the top 10s. He's on music with the Yukon, which is it's a car build. And Chase Breedwell did some damage up in Michigan. So David did a 161.8 or something like that, close to it, at 28 hertz. He was doing over a 60 at 25 hertz, and then he didn't realize he could go to 29. Mm-hmm. So when I said that he had to run between 20 and 29, he just was like, well, I'll just do it in the middle then, and he ran 25. He didn't realize he could actually go all the way to 29 hertz. So then he came up again and did 28, and it did do better at 28 than it did at 25. But and then he lost a sub too, and he has the NSV 6s, I believe. He's got a bunch of NSV 6s in that Yukon.
Did Chris Lee make it up there and stuff?
No, I don't think Chris Lee did make it out. I don't think he did make it out. I don't think he was there. I don't think I seen him. I know John Hart definitely was there. With the Audio Ace trucks, he had Clockwork there and the Kraken. He was handing out demos like crazy. There was a lot of people that came and they just demoed. Because it was a lot of big builds. So there was some people that, they didn't care about running the lanes. They were there to have fun and demo. So there was a lot of people that didn't hit lanes that just sat and demoed. But yeah, it was definitely a good time. And it was awesome. I was so excited, and it was like one of the best shows that, like I said, it was hard. It's hard to beat that show already. I mean, even as a competitor, when I would compete, like, man, I don't even think there was a show that could beat that show. As even me being a competitor, but
you didn't have nothing to run the lanes with.
oh, I know. I'm glad I didn't. I would have got my butt handed to me. I don't want to go up there against Jace and all those guys, dude. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'll stay over here by myself and play with the computer. Yeah, those guys they were putting it down. Yeah. Charles ran. I believe he ran four classes or 5 in my org, and I know he ran a ton in Connie's. And I've seen all those trophies in the back of his Kia, man. That thing, Charles Simone, he came out and he was handing people those. He was definitely handing people their butts with that full DC build he has in that Kia. And that thing sounds amazing. It sounded so good. Oh, he ran 9 classes each day for Connie. What up, Jimmy? How you doing, man?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he ran 9 classes each day. I think he ran 5, I think, in mine, but only one day. The first day he was running something with Connie's and he had a stereo problem. His stereo quit working or something. And he told me, yeah, man, I was going to run Basswars 2, but I had some problem with my stereo. Can I come tomorrow and run? And I'm like, sure. And he's like, well, I got to drive basically back up to Cleveland and then come back the next day. But he did. He came back and he ran it. And he did demo wars with us and got first place in demo wars. And those DC mids and highs ain't no joke either, man. Holy crap. That thing was loud and it sounded good. It was super clear. He had it dialed in good, dialed in great. Yeah, his head unit, man. That thing kept messing up on him. And he was like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to take the chance and run it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, he has like, what is it, 2 Pitbull 20Ks or something in there on 4 DC level 515s or something like that. He's 60 pluses all day, man. Like it was nasty. The thing was cool. It was a no wall. 415, 60 pluses, and thing was getting it. But yeah, I had an absolute blast. And like I said, it was cool hanging out with Connie. It was fun hanging out with Jace and the whole Liberty Base crew. I appreciate all them. I've been into tons of things. Some of the best people I've met has been in the base community. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good people in the base community. And when especially when you do a show for a cause, that's when you really see the base community come together and shine. I know I've seen that at several shows. I'll do like a Toys for Tots show or a trunk or treat show, and it's to help families that are less fortunate than us. Like, we'll do like a candy drive basically. Right. Or we'll do Toys for Tots where people bring toys. And man, they just come out and show out. I mean, that's just how it is. Yeah, then you got Jimmy Pittman in here, 712 Boom this weekend.
I know.
This weekend coming up. Multiple orgs. Who's all going to be there, Jimmy?
Oh, she can grab
what all orgs are going to be at your show, brother?
A snack in the gas station or something. Yeah, I don't mind the multiple orgs. I like having the orgs around. That's why we do the whole USACI together and stuff like that. We're trying to keep USACI alive in Michigan and Indiana and stuff, so trying to keep Base Wars going through here. We're not here to put on the shows and to help everybody out. Then, what are we doing? Like that's what we bring back with Base Wars, for sure, is the whole, aspect of the fun, for sure.
Right.
Everybody says the same thing to me every single time, man. It's one of the better shows I've been to. One of the better shows I've ever been to. That's
what I was getting to, man. Everybody was compliment. And I'm like, man, if you compliment anyone, you all need to go compliment Jace and his crew, because they're the one that made this happen. And it was just a great show. I can't even get over how awesome it was. But
yeah, the more that we keep growing with things and stuff like that, and keep pushing to help everybody out. You know, I mean, it's awesome, and everybody's getting loud, man. I mean, you're gonna have to bring the game.
Yeah, Jimmy said Basswars will be there, Midwest SPL. And Paul says youth hockey, he say, LOL. Hi, number 2. When is Basswars and Mecca going to do a show in Michigan? I'm the first in my class with Mecca and want to do some Basswars shows, but they're always on the same day.
Yeah, that's a collab that's been difficult to try to handle and do for a lot of different reasons.
That is one that'll be later on, probably to be determined. Not something happening right now, I would say, for you guys anyways.
Yeah.
I know down here I do get Mecca shows with me. You know, Mecca does come to some shows that I'm at, or I go to shows they're at. Mainly right now, the only ones has been at Soundcheck.
They said youth hockey instead of youth hockey.
Youth hockey.
Well, you or I did, one or the other. Probably me.
When you say
I can't even say my own name straight.
That's
youth hockey. I do like youth hockey though. Hockey's pretty cool.
Paul's got jokes tonight, huh? I don't even know, but Paul sounds like a fun guy already. He sounds like he's a funny one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. Like this weekend, Jimmy's got the show 712 Boom. Jimmy Pittman's got that. And then the following weekend, I got a show in Onarga, Illinois.
Yeah, there's no DV drag judge in Michigan anymore that I know of.
Paul, not loud. Jimmy says you're not loud, Paul. Jimmy's starting to pick on people now.
Who's the real number 2 then, right?
Yeah. That's fun.
DV drag and all that stuff. That there's only a few shows for Mecca that are still here, and usually only in the southern section region, where we are with Basswars. We're all over all of Michigan, all the way across from Detroit, all the way up. So I know we're running most.
You got them all the way from Detroit all the way over to Muskegon,
and all the way actually north too. So
and you got north. Yeah, you got Bay City.
I just don't have any pop or nothing left. That's all.
You want Mountain Dew?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, Jimmy and Paul are having fun in the chat. And Jimmy says, I'm number 2. And Paul says, I can't hear anything or can't hear nothing under 170. Jimmy who? Oh, y'all are great. I love it.
It's Jimmy number 2. See, he mispronounced it. Not Jimmy who.
Yeah, it's like you with youth hockey. Jimmy number 2.
Anybody left in DV drag? Do you? I don't think we have any more judges left in here that I know of.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did see it, but that was
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is, I mean, I don't ever really shy away from doing a show with another org, and it doesn't bother me to have another org at a show where I'm at. Because in reality, we're all there to just have fun. I don't care what org you honestly like. I will literally tell some of my competitors, hey, you might do better if you try this org, or just go give it a shot. Like I'm not gonna tell them you got to run Basswars. I'm not gonna, I'm not holding them hostage at Basswars. Like that basically, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go have fun. If you can do better somewhere else, like you got to try stuff. You gotta, you can't just. I mean, but Basswars is fun, and there's formats for pretty much anyone. So I mean, that's just how I run it with me. I mean,
what it comes down to is a lot of times there's a lot of mixed channels, a lot of things that are not actually prepared properly or said properly, or miscommunication, or a bunch of things that get mixed up into things. And
it's like playing telephone.
Sometimes it's easier to let time heal things and time make some passageway with different stuff like that, and everybody just kind of do their own thing for a little while. I know there's been a lot of animosity in the base community Where there's a lot of like Larry was saying, there's a lot of jealousy and a lot of hate going on in the bass community, and it just needs to get separated for a little bit. And I know like DV Drag kind of did their own thing, and Ayahuasca did their thing, and everybody kind of in their own corners. So, but if anybody knows bass life altogether, it is a channel that seems to happen every so often. It's on its up. And we're doing so good, and it's awesome, and then it's down, and it peters out for a little while, and then it goes right back up again. I've been telling everybody it's almost like it's a religion. Some people are Christian, some people are Catholic, something like that. They all think they know this and they know that, but at the end of the day, everybody's celebrating God and all this other stuff. It all has that same stupid tie,
Yeah, I mean, it all basically is for the same purpose. We're all there for the same reason. I mean, we might as well get along and enjoy each other's company and have fun. Yeah, exactly, Paul. He said, stop worrying about other people's feelings. Who cares? We all poop brown.
Yep.
Shit is shit.
Yep. It just seems there's always.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jimmy, man. That's exactly what I do too. I mean, there's a couple different orgs that I still do shows with. I don't have a problem with.
Nothing with us and other orgs or other thing is ever really a problem. Like I said, just time needs to heal some things, and stuff needs to kind of get scattered around and left out. People have been doing their things. I think everybody had like their 25th 100%. Anniversary and 30th anniversaries and 35th and stuff. But at some point, we're all in it to do the same thing for the love of bass, and we're all having a good time. And I know the shows are growing really well, and it'll all come together. It always comes back around. We're a full circle of life with people, you know what I mean? So it will happen. And it happens when the times are right and things are good and bonds come together. Looks like we're doing a really good job of Basswars in Michigan to kind of try to bring the community back. And steps will get there, so we're putting on our shows, we're being at our shows, and then we'll grow. And we'll grow as a community for sure. Like we're here to help, and we want to be the best for everybody. So,
yep, exactly.
Different is big too.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm with you.
Sometimes some changes need to happen. Sometimes things need to kind of do whatever it's going to do.
Yeah, Jimmy's right. See, I tell people that all the time, Jimmy. Basswars is about bringing fun back to the lanes. I bet I say that probably 3-4 times every live I have. Yeah, every 100%. Monday night. I bet I say that at least 4 times in every Monday.
I've heard it.
We get a we get a lot of hate. I know Basswars got a lot of hate for a long time because of the way that the organization was put together. Because
all right, Paul.
No rules, you know what I mean? Like we don't have rules. We have, as Billy says to call it, it's a guideline. And that's where we bring the fun back, is because I'm not sitting there just trying to tell you can't do something all day long. And that, that little breath there for a minute to come into an organization that's giving you a chance to be loud in any aspect of your vehicle and your build, have fun with it, man.
Exactly.
I'm not going to tell you because your panel is missing out of a corner somewhere that you can't have that. And it doesn't make us a better organization. Just means we're just trying to have some fun and bring that life back. And I love it. I think it's a good spark, fresh, and it's awesome. Yeah. And it does give a level head of playing field, because I've seen it where there's builds that are old, and some of these panels are very difficult to find or get or something. I mean, and you've had it for a while or something breaks, and we got to get so picky about it. And it got a little bit stressful for, a bunch of the competitors, So Basswars definitely brings back that little breath for a minute, the not stressing out over that stuff.
Paul says it used to be Basswars. We have no rules. What happened, Jimmy? Ha ha ha.
No rules.
No rules.
Guidelines, right?
It's not. There's no rules. It's guidelines. It's just guidelines, Paul. Just guidelines.
There's too many people that weren't good at following the rules.
So we made guidelines. No, I'm just kidding. And the guidelines work. I just I'll definitely send you my address, Paul. He said that we need some Paul approved shirts. I'll even wear it on the live. I don't care. I'll wear it on the live on Mondays.
This shirt is approved by Paul.
Yeah, this shirt. This org, this shirt, whatever. They all were approved by Paul.
Paul Nasser.
It was oh no, I have the movie Paul.
Yeah. Both of us said what? Like the movie, like the Alien Paul?
I don't know. It's a loud guy. You know, he's 170 plus. He can't hear anything under a 170.
Yeah, and nothing under 170.
So what you just said was definitely under 170 decibels. He didn't hear you. He said, "Yeah, send me the Maddies." All right, man. I will for sure. Kenneth says the problem is there is with those guys that are so worried about winning, so they want to run the others. They can win because they aren't loud.
Brandon, hit up Paul. I need a large shirt, and you tell him your size. Have him send them to you, and I'll snag them when we get at the 27th. And we'll do our next Basswars live. We'll do it together with our shirt on. Paul.
Yeah, for sure. We'll wear our Paul approved shirts on our live just for you. Just for you, Paul.
Just for you, Paul.
Yeah, you should, Jeremy. Shouldn't be no problem doing that. Connie said she has issues following rules. Well, that's why we don't have them. We have guidelines, Connie. We have guidelines. We'll make it simple for everybody. Just guidelines. We like to have fun. Even as Jimmy says, you know, we're just bringing fun back to the lanes. That's what we're all about. And I mean, like I don't know. This weekend was so overwhelming because it was so fun. Man, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. I had to get up super early both days. I was there early. And Jace was like, I'll be there. And I'm like, all right. He was there. The gate was shut, but I opened the gate and just pulled in. But he was there. But I had to open the gate to get in. But I mean, I got in. September 7th is it is official. And I mean, I guess the other guy from Liberty Base told me that it was September 7th. So I'll say September 7th, but don't quote me 100% on it, Kenneth. Is the National Trail Raceway in Hebron, Ohio. That is also going to be put on by the Liberty Base family. I'll just call them the Liberty Base family because I mean that's how they act. I mean, you can ask Kenneth, anybody that was there. They'll let you know. They will let you know. It was like they were just one giant family.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much fun at banging at the beach. Are you going to it, James?
Which one?
The one on the 7th.
Where?
Man, Kenneth, you should have just went to bed after you took your pain pills. That's what happened. That's why it was so funny. I'll tell you, yeah, that Friday and Saturday, man.
Banging at the beach was a lot of fun. We had a good time at banging at the beach.
Yeah.
Minus the ones that lost subs or had problems or didn't win.
The cops were annoying.
Sunday was just the day that didn't really have fun.
Right.
But it's happened. I've been to many shows before that's been canceled or kicked out and stuff. Actually, was at some of them that were inside shows and stuff. We paid money to be inside for the building and was in there for 4 hours and then removed out of the building.
Oh, man, that would suck.
Yeah. That was a Iowa show.
Iowa.
Yeah. Bunch of idiots out wandering around. I know.
I am glad I am not going to Iowa.
But yeah, you know, the best thing that I totally, like I said, I 100% agree because Jeremy said he had a good time at the show and he saw like what we do as a team is where we're helping everybody. You know, we're getting together and trying to make sure that everybody's doing what, you know, need to do.
Yeah, it was like that too. So like our, you know, as us as a team, as all walls, we all have that same family like love and we all help each other out the same way. But it was cool because we were in the background this time looking through the window and got to see another team family do what we normally do. And to see it, another team do the same thing we do, it was just like it was enough to make that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to see the love that was there and the confidence they had in each other, and
Yeah. So that's the competitiveness that needs to be there, because if you can have a friendly battle against somebody, it's better than trying to battle against your own self into something. And if you're there to help the other person win, regardless of what it is, and you're having a good time, I mean,
and they did.
what's
They
to
did.
get
They were
uptight
helping.
of losing sucks, you know. It's just not. It's not worth it. Like, you know, we're family. You know, that's exactly what All Walls is all about, bro. We're a solid family team. And when Jeremy told me that, you know, I was like, man, that's awesome that, you know, you got somebody else that's out there that's actually, you know,
Doing
trying
like
to
the same.
put the fun back into it with a team and stuff, and coming out. And they're loud, you know what I mean? Like, they're not over there going, oh, we're the best, we're the loudest. I mean, they're out there having a good time with you.
Oh, it was a good time. Yeah, it wasn't. They weren't bragging about it or shouting about it. If anybody was bragging about it, it was me, because I was so excited watching them do the runs, man, that I just couldn't help myself but get stoked, man. I was jumping up, you know, giving everybody knucks and high fives. I look like the water boy, you know, high five, you know, like slap hands. Like, dude, I was fucking stoked. Like, I loved the whole vibe. Everybody was just screaming and cheering, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Yeah, and Kenneth has the point. They made everyone at Liberty Base show feel like family and a winner, no matter what came out of it. Like, no matter what you did, no matter if you got, you know, fifth, you didn't get a trophy or something, they still made you feel like you were part of the show and you were important, that you were there. And that means a lot to a competitor at a competitor's standpoint.
Yeah,
that's going to make them grow as a team and as a business.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Bopa said, you know, especially if it's somebody new, and you know, like when you shit on somebody that's new, you crap out 3, 4, 5 different people, because they will, you know, really be hurt or bummed out, and their friends that are just trying to get around it while they're trying to do whatever. It makes them never want to ever try to jump into lanes and get competitive, you know. And that,
right.
You ruin somebody's, you know, dream or passion of having, you know, this cool competitive car, whether they're, you know, 170 plus or not, you know, or whatever, 150. That goal, man, I tell you, 1,000,000%. When somebody reaches that 150 goal that first time, it is genuine passion from them in their heart, and it's overwhelming. A lot of fun to see that, you know, like they get teary-eyed and jump and get all crazy. And I mean, Charles Meeks was one of my best ones that I had in there that did that, you know. And I know there's a couple guys that are coming up on that 150 mark again with me, and it's kind of like, you know, I wish I could be able to have like a camera that just sits on my chest and just films all of that kind of stuff. And I don't miss those moments, because like I want to jump for them too. Like, yeah, oh my God, you know, like, holy crap, you know, like that one moment is something that makes them feel like they were definitely a part of something. And that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's the thing, is that's exactly what I did, because I couldn't even contain myself. I literally jumped up out of that chair and I was like, yeah, you know, screaming with them. And I was like, you know, slapping on the back, telling them awesome. And like, dude, I couldn't help it. It was such an awesome show, man. Like I said, it's so hard to compare the vibe, the feel that was there. Like when we host a team show, which we're going to do. I mean, there's going to be some Team All Wall shows popping up. They might not be a Basswars show or a Usagi show, but they're going to be just an All Walls team show, you know, to just for our team. Like, and you guys, everybody can come out. It's public. But yeah, I mean, that's that.
We definitely want that. I love that. It doesn't have to have any organization, and it doesn't have to be anything at all. It just needs to be some food on the table, some bass playing, a meter showing you some numbers, some crazy crap just going on. That is what makes the shit fun. Like, straight up. Like, it doesn't have to be any organizational. Like, let's grab the damn meter. Let's go out to a place that we're not going to get yelled at and screamed at by some cops or some Karen, and get as loud as we possibly can and find some numbers in some places and things that we've never tried. I mean, like I said, I watched the person literally, I kid you not, open the back end of an HHR and gain 3 dBs from popping the trunk. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just done. He asked me specifically, can I open my trunk? I think it's going to be louder. Huh? It was poured up though. I know. But he wanted to open the trunk, you know, and I'm like, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not feeling like opening your trunk where your subs are at is going to gain you or anything. And like, you know, I think he did 3 runs prior to that. And then he's like, let me just pop the trunk. My buddy said it sounded louder to him when he popped the trunk. And you know as well as I do, we all sometimes think that it sounds louder when you do something. Like, oh man, I know it's louder. I could totally tell. And then the meter's like, nope, it's not. It's not louder. Good try.
Mm-hmm.
That heartbreaker, you know, she'll get you every time.
That's right. That's right.
But we had the same thing here though. Team Flexing on him has done a couple, or not flexing on him, Flexing Hurts.
Yeah, I love those.
Elijah and them guys, you know, they throw a pig roast and have me come up and run the meter for them. They feed me. They do giveaways, all kinds of crap, and they don't ask for nothing. Nobody pays nothing to get in. They try to pay me all the time for doing the meter and stuff. I'm like, I don't need to be paid. I'm just coming up. You feed me. I'm having a good time with you guys anyways. Last time they just stuffed money down my pocket and said, you taking money.
I want an amp too.
They had amp giveaways, speaker giveaways, all kinds of different things that they did. Like I said, they did a big, huge pig roast and stuff. And man, like they did it for nothing. There was nothing in it for them other than maybe you get a couple of new team members to jump on the team and let's have a great show. Unfortunately, no entry fee at all. And unfortunately, the spot that they had, you know, is not available. So, but same concept. You know, I mean, we need to be doing that same thing as a team. And I'm right there with you guys. We'll come down, you know what I mean, and we'll back you guys up for an Indiana show. Hopefully we find some really good spots and can do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were looking at the St. Joseph County Fairgrounds is what it is, but it's in South Bend. Try to get kind of in the middle between our Michigan guys, our Indiana guys, and we all we have an awesome show. You know?
Yep.
I mean, that's what it's all about. It's all about, and that, like you said, the camaraderie. Like that, you can't beat the camaraderie.
Right.
Like, it's just awesome to see the people come together like they do.
Right.
I mean, it just shows the love.
Dustin out here, you know, we got our guy that runs the Rockvilles. You know what I mean? He's that's a budget build, clapping 60s all day. So
yeah,
that's fun to see. You know, like come on out. We got the one guy out here that's running, you know, Rockville, you know, equipment, and he's smashing it, having a good time. Demos all day, bro. That guy will sit there and just crank and play. He's gonna win a Demo God Award, but we don't get such big guys around him that are shattering everything and destroying everything. But he's got a Demo God Award coming at some point in time because he does put the heart into it. You know what I mean? He just has a lot of people to be up against, you know. So, but just like I know you're trying to put together, you know, another build and trying to get some stuff done, and you get your wife up in there. You know, we try to get the baddies, the girls. You know, what I mean, we're getting the women involved in it. We're getting family involved in it. Anthony, you know, he actually had the kids out at the show, and he gave them the radio and the knob, and you know, he's like, give yourself a demo, man. Turn this knob. Be careful, don't go turning it crazy fast and stuff. But you know, and then he tried it a little bit fast and get in. He's like, oh, you don't want to go crazy like that, you know. But doing that kind of stuff and giving back to the kids and teaching future bass heads and stuff, you know, and sharing the passion, been a lot of cool things going on for sure.
100%. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, they're the future. You know what I mean? They're the future of what we're doing.
Yeah, I did talk to Jeremy. Jeremy put in there where we got 80 acres of property. I told him, I said, man, we could take and, you know, put a good show on an 80-acre piece of property. He's like, man, I didn't think about that. Let me talk to my family. Jeremy's a little slow on talking to the family, but.
Right. Yeah. I do definitely want to thank Jay still. Like, as Connie says, she says it right, you know. She said, Jace, thank you for having us out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't thank Jace enough. I had a blast. I definitely had a blast.
I look like an ass.
Kenneth, I'm going to see if I can get the car hauler for the 7th to haul both cars.
Man, you can just come pick me up, Kenneth. I don't want to drive.
Yeah, you do. The cars and then you do the flight too.
I'm just kidding. I probably will still have to drive.
I'm on my bell.
Hello.
I don't know how Connie keeps up with it, man. I don't know how she does it. I really don't on her drives.
That's how I feel too.
Anyway, it's 10 o'clock, Mr. Brandon. I got a couple breaks to finish up on the car.
Alrighty. Well, I guess you all be safe and take care. And again, I appreciate everybody in the Liberty Base family having us come out. And I know we'll definitely see you guys next Monday at 8. And Jim, I know you probably want to say a little thank you to big shout out to Anthony or whatever. So go, yeah, you can do your year ending.
Maybe we can meet with Jeremy or something. We can drive down there and pick his car up and go back, and Belle can just take me home after that or something. We can work something out. We'll see.
All right.
Anyway, if you need me, Brandon, call Billy or talk or whatever. Want to go over some stuff like that.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna hit up Paul, send him the address, get the Paul approved shirts, and then until next week, like I said, we got a special guest going to be on here. He's going to explain how this show in Ohio or Illinois is going to be going. The Onarga, Illinois show we got at the Barking Bar Leisure League Park. But until then, everybody be safe, take care, and we'll see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye, brother. See you.
See you guys.